Okay, y'all, before we go any further, I'm going to do the shameless subscribe thing. The channel is, starting to grow a little bit. We're almost to 1,000 subs. So if it's your first time at the channel, please subscribe. I really need a rear-facing camera, obviously. And when YouTube pays me a few bucks, I can go buy a rear-facing camera. It's probably not true at all. I have no idea how much money I'll actually make, but it would just be cool. All right, done with the shameless plug. We are in the A race. I just finished the B, and I got to work for a teammate, and really just blew my load on that race hard. Normalized power was 340, so I was like, hey, why not do the A? Legs were already heavy, and I knew this was not probably going to be enjoyable. If you're looking at the length of this video, you can probably imagine what's going to happen. There's Mateo on the yellow Trek. I know names now. There's, I think, one of the Jacks, Vitale. I got Marwan. We have Roger, Big Roger up there. Yeah, this is it. This is the A race Tuesday night, Richardson, Texas. There's Mr. Cullendar touching people. Hands on the bars, Cullen. You're not even old enough to drive a car. I can't believe you're allowed to ride bikes this fast. There is Maximus on his mint chocolate chip. All right, we're following wheels. Okay, Cullen goes after somebody that rolled off the front. Not sure that was his wisest move, but what do I know? I'm going to do 1100 watts. Sorry, I had to take a sip of coffee there. So, anyway, Cullen goes after that, and yeah, so I just follow wheels and do my best to work for the team. I'm trying very hard. I've been pretty good, honestly, at riding sacrificially in the A race. I know that I'm not going to win the A race or podium for the most part. I guess miracles happen, but I never race it fresh, so I just don't expect to do well. And I think when I don't have that expectation on myself to do really well, it's a little more freeing, and I'm able to have a little more fun. So there is Mustafa doing a little work for the team, chasing that back. And yeah, I decided to help him chase that back just to make sure we can get this back together. Trevor was here, and honestly, with Grayson gone and the other guys, Trevor was probably the strongest person here on the team. So I didn't see him in that break. Is that Michael Kazi? I didn't see Trevor up here, so we want to make sure, we're trying to get him up there if we can. And I want to say that, honestly, I'm probably going to do some work and close this down. I am, I think. Let's see what happens here. What am I going to do? Coffee break. There you go. Yeah, so Cullen already sees it's coming, fails to hold his line here and just swerves all over the roadway like a drunk man. Not sure what's happening, so I just go outside. And there's still one up the road, so I'm just going to kind of motivate the group to stay on this so we can bring this guy back. This is one of the first A races I haven't finished in a long time. Ultimately, what's going to happen here is the field kind of splinters a little bit because we have a pretty strong crosswind right here. And I work really hard to try to bring it back. And I get it within 30 feet, maybe 10 yards or so. And everybody else closes the gap, and I am gassed when it gets caught. There goes Jack Vitale, Looney, looks like Jack Webb, Maximilian, Marwan, don't know, is that Breen, I think. Not sure who the Cadence guy is, but yeah, so I'm kind of sliding back here to the back again, trying to recover a little bit so I can probably go again. Mateo. Yeah, we're moving. Heart rate's already getting up to 160. It's a balmy 64 degrees. also didn't see you, Trev, in that group. I don't know what was going on. Once I get dropped here in a little bit, me and another teammate, Marwan, do a really fun like FTP effort for like the last, I don't know, 30 minutes. And yeah, it ended up being a really solid workout. I was just going to kind of bail from the race, but we decided we didn't even decide. We just started riding together, and we were like just doing pulls. So there goes Trev. And we started doing pulls together, and ended up getting a really solid workout. So I'm happy I stuck it out, and you know, I finished the race just a lap down at the back of the pack. Yeah, so there's Mateo in front of me, Marwan there on the right. There's Roger on the factor, because Roger is the factor. That doesn't make sense. I wish I could edit this commentary, but I can't. Alright, so we're slow. I've recovered here. I'm down to 140 beats and an attack. As soon as I say it, there it goes. Oh, that's John, I bet. Mr. McGinnis. Not to be mistaken for the beer. 830 watts. Yeah, we're boot scooting buggying. Alright, and we are 3 laps in. I think the winning break did 18 laps or so. So here in a minute, I'm going to cover an attack, maybe by John. Not sure if it's John or Chad. Somebody in a Cadence kit attacks, and I cover that one. There ends up being a split in the field. Not the other one. This is a different. There's a lot of splits. Okay, there is a split up there. Yeah, there's a... Oh, wow. We are strung out. This is not good positioning. I think Chad... I think this is Chad on the right. Can't tell. Maybe he's going to go here. Boomskis. 1300. I don't know what happened to the video there. But anyway, I get on his wheel. I let him drag me back. Hopefully I'm dragging all my teammates back. And look at that. We're reeling it in here. We're all back together. Boy, I was fried. I was just toasted. Deadlifts before crit day is not a good idea. Learn from my mistakes, people. That is Chad Plumley. Super nice dude. Alright, so we are... I'm getting towards probably... This isn't the end of my race yet, but... At some point, there's Cullen. Okay, he follows Jack's wheel, maybe. Looney's there. Stay with these guys. Man, Cullen, you're doing an effort again, dude. No, he's not. He's following a wheel. Okay. There's Cullen's parents. Super cool people, too. This is the first A race I've decided to commentate. I think just because it's so short, I was like, I'll commentate this. And it was a little more action-packed than normal. Normally the A race is me just kind of like sitting on the back, waiting to see if I survive to the finish. Right, Trev? Okay, so there's a break maybe establishing here. We are getting closer to the end of my race. And... I think Trevor is behind me, and he tells me to close the gap, which I appreciate. Like, that's what I need when I'm hurting and just not feeling it. I need someone to say, hey, do that. And I think this is probably, no, is this it? I think when we turn into the crosswind here, someone, I think it's Trev, tells me to go ahead and chase that down. Follow this wheel, and there's a lot of rim brakes out here. I just realized that. Yeah, so I think what's going to happen here is, obviously, this gentleman probably doesn't want to chase this back by himself. Trev, I think, shouts at me, and I'm going to close this gap right here. No. No, not yet. Okay. That could have been John or Jordan. I'm not sure who that was in the Cadence kit, but I'm following that. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing some watts here, and we're going. Okay. This is called sacrifice. I am literally just turning myself inside out. Yeah, my heart rate, if I get to 165 or 7, look at that, 168 for long. Not to quote my earlier video, but that's all she wrote if I get too high for too long. That's really what I'm going to work on before Tulsa, is getting my heart rate as high as I can and seeing how long I can prolong the inevitable, which is me cracking. Okay, so is this it? Is this the end? No, there's more effort. Look at it. I'm still doing a little bit of 500 watts again. There's 530. Okay, I'm doing my best. I think this is it. Yeah, I think I'm doing my best to bring this back by myself-ish. I should have stayed on those dudes' wheels earlier, but I let that gap open. And that's on me. But, yeah. There it is. So I said I'm done. 168. These guys just fly past me. Cullen goes, which was smartish on his part. Everybody else is there, so cool. I still have some teammates in. There goes Trev and Roger, so good for them. Me and Mateo on the yellow bike, since we got popped off, he pulls up and we chat, and he's like, hey, you want to sprint? And I'm like, sure, here comes the finish line, let's sprint. So we do like a 15 or a 20 second effort right here. And yeah, that's it. We just enjoy it, and then I ride with Model 1 for the rest of the race. Guys, please subscribe to my channel. I'm not even asking anyone. I'm not saying please. Subscribe to the channel, all right? I appreciate all y'all. I love the views and stuff. Like, y'all are just awesome. So, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.